Warriors are now 13-1 with Jimmy Butler in the lineup, and we saw the return of Jonathan Kuminga on Thursday night against the Sacramento Kings. But the Dubs are not yet at full strength. Brandin Podziemski still remains sidelined with the lower back soreness. The tweak that he suffered in the Brooklyn Nets game last week was held out once again against Sacramento, and even though he was absent, Golden State was still able to get a big-time win. But we're bringing you, before we talk about that, to a Brandin Podziemski injury update, as Steve Kerr held him out of Thursday's action, but gave a specific reason why, as you know, he was probably not ready to go, and they didn't want to risk anything. Back injuries are very tricky, and you want to come at them with 100% caution. Sam Gordon said this: Brandin Podziemski didn't practice today and won't play Thursday. Kerr said, he, quote, "We're just being extra cautious. Hopeful Podziemski can return later this week. They do play the New York Knicks on Saturday in prime time on ABC in the Chase Center. Maybe we see Brandin Podziemski return for that." But this is why you subscribe to Warriors Today by Chat Sports. If the Warriors have an injury update or anything going on news-wise, rumors-wise, they're talking about signing a player in the offseason or trading for a player, like we had you covered with Jimmy Butler stuff all season long, this is where you're going to find it, right here at Warriors Today. If you're a diehard Dubs fan, you're going to love what we got going on here at the channel, and we're fastly approaching our goal of 78,000 subs here at Warriors Today. So lock us in if you're a diehard Dubs fan. You want free, informative, entertaining content about your Warriors every day on YouTube. All right, let's talk a little bit more about Pods here, because to be honest, like, he is a big loss. Like, I think a lot of casual NBA fans, and even myself, through the beginning of this season, have underestimated the impact that Brandin Podziemski can have out there on the floor. One, he is going to give you utmost effort. Two, he is going to play solid defense and smart defense as somebody who is always going to put his body on the line, absorbing contact and taking charges, creating turnovers for the other team. Like, making life hell, even though he's not the most agile and slick on-ball defender, he's been improving his game in that regard. And he has been buying in and being a great team defender overall. When he's on the floor with Jimmy and Draymond during this stretch, he has been sensational, and the numbers have suggested that with them on the floor together. And offensively, he is kind of the facilitator of sorts. While Steph can work off of the ball and run off of all these screens, Pods is the guy with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes, he's thrown grenades by guys like Buddy Hield and late in the shot clock when, he'll have to force up a bad look. But he stays calm. He doesn't let the last play, trickle down into the rest of the game. He's really good at bouncing back. He actually had gotten hurt, a little bit of a knee injury, I believe, in the Charlotte Hornets game a couple weeks ago, and he was able to bounce back, come back from the locker room, and play even better, hit multiple threes in the second half of that game. And through the last 19 games, he has played the best basketball of this season, you could argue, of his career thus far. Nearly 14 points a night, 6 rebounds, been crashing the glass a ton, a bunch of double-digit rebound games. 4 dimes, he gets active in that area playmaking as well. And the efficiency is slowly climbing back up. Pods, I know, has not been the most efficient outside shooter throughout this season, but he has been really solid over this stretch. I know 34% from 3 is nothing to shake your head at, but at the end of the day, he's becoming more and more of an effective and efficient ball player on the offensive side of the ball, being a scoring threat, always being in the right positions as well. Active cutter, knows how to hit those guys who are cutting back door and getting behind the defense. Pods has really matured his game, in my opinion, and I really do thank Jimmy Butler for helping him with that, because you know what, he kind of needed a little bit of maturity added to his game. He was still, and he said over the summer that he had to improve in certain ways, and he was playing with the USA Select team, even played in Summer League just to get some extra reps in. Like, this guy is a worker at the end of the day, and I can't wait for him to be back on the floor with Golden State and see this team at full 100% strength, because they need him a whole heck of a lot. If you want Brandin Podziemski back 100% healthy, go down below and hit that thumbs up icon right now. Smash the thumbs up and like button on today's video if you want not only Pods back 110% healthy, but the Warriors back as a fully healthy group once again, ready to beat anybody on this postseason stretch. Next up, we're going to talk about a new win the Warriors just got, and that's great news for Golden State. Warriors-Kings reaction, that's coming up in just a moment. But first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports platform because it's daily fantasy made easy. Watch your favorite sports and win real money in real time. I'm talking up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Here's how it works. All you guys got to do is pick a lineup of 2 to 6 player stat projections and just pick more or less of those stat projections. It's that easy. Like I said, up to 1,000 times your money, and they're always trying to hook you guys up with incredible deals. Like a free $50 in your account when you sign up using our promo code CLNS and place your first $5 entry. Now, here's an example of an entry that I have for you guys on Prize Picks. Steph Curry, more than 26.5 points against Sacramento. Spoiler alert, he didn't get there. We'll talk about it in just a moment, but the Dubs were just fine without it. Jimmy Butler, more than 11.5 rebounds and assists. He hit that mark. And then Nick Clifford of Colorado State, more than 12.5 rebounds and assists for himself in March Madness. Decided to combo college hoops and the pros today, and it paid off. Nick Clifford did have more than 12.5 rebounds and assists. Tell my picks, fade my picks. Make sure you go and do it at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the promo code CLNS for $50 instantly when you place your first $5 entry. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. All that information will be clickable down in the comments section and description of today's video. Support the show. Support the sponsor. Be a real one. The Warriors got a big dub, 130 to 104, and I'm not going to lie, guys, it is a bigger deficit on paper than what it was during the game. Golden State came out firing in that first quarter. They put up like 27 points in like the first 10 minutes, and they kind of went cold and ended up with 30 to 18 after one. And then the second quarter came around. They kind of like rested on their laurels a little bit. They kind of got lackadaisical with the basketball, and Sacramento, a good offensive team, took advantage of them in that second quarter. They only lost it and finished at half up 10. Third quarter, same kind of deal. They ended up winning that quarter by 3 points, but it was ugly on the road to get there. They had to make a big push at the end of that third quarter as Sacramento ended up making it a 5-point game at one point. Very sloppy all around. Steph didn't get a ton going. Jimmy didn't get a ton going offensively either, but the guys around them absolutely lit it up tonight. Are you kidding me? I mean, the way that all the role players, guys who are not consistent shot creators and, not gonna lie, shot makers for the Golden State Warriors, they absolutely stepped up tonight. Golden State shot a blistering 56% from long range. Are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, I can dig that. I mean, anytime Golden State's going to shoot 56% from long distance, they're going to win the basketball game. I think that goes without saying that they're going to go out there and get the dub. And you know who really spearheaded the effort from the get-go tonight? Hit the first 2 threes of the Warriors, matchup against Sacramento. Draymond Green. You don't see many 20-plus point outings out of big Draymond, but man, he was lighting it up. 4 for 7 from deep, 8 for 14 overall. He got 14 shots up. That's a lot for Draymond to be getting up on a nightly basis. But you know what? Tonight was his night. Another player who got going in that first quarter, Quinn Post. He had 10 points early. He was held scoreless for like a large portion of this game. I think all 10 of these points came in the first quarter. At one point, Draymond and Post had 40% of Golden State's points in that first half. I would like to see Quinn Post, put together a full game of action, but I'm not going to be mad when Golden State ends up winning this game by 26 because other guys stepped up, man. Moody, 17 tonight. Are you serious? 4 for 6 from deep? Let's go, bro. This is the type of ball game that I'm expecting from the Warriors at the end of the day. I'm expecting them to not hit 56% of shots, but hit the open shots when they come to you. And you know what? We could not talk any further without talking about our man. Welcome back! Are you kidding? 18 points, 7 or 10 from the... Oh, man. Kuminga could have got to 22. He missed a couple free throws. Woo! As far as being a downhill attacker, a player who's available for the lobs, what a lob that Draymond threw to him, getting behind the defense. That was awesome. What about the baseline cut that he had where he double pumps it and then rocks the rim the other way? Unbelievable debut. The ankles look just fine. Looks like Golden State kept Kuminga out as long as it took for him to be 110% healthy. Very bouncy tonight, finishing through contact, putting his shoulder into the chest of smaller defenders. And what I need Jonathan Kuminga to do here down the stretch of the season and into the postseason, if the Warriors want to reach their ceiling, is attack mismatches. And I'm sure Steve Kerr is going to be hunting them when he knows what Kuminga can do downhill. Attack mismatches. You know how many times he got into Keon Ellis' chest today because he got a switch? Obviously, Keon Ellis, small guard, not going to be guarding Kuminga for most of the possession. Get the switch on him, go downhill, do your thing, and get it done at the rim, Kuminga. This is where you thrive. I love it. He didn't force anything, in my opinion, tonight, and that's what Steve Kerr wanted out of JK in his return. Now let's finally get to the big milestone, man. Steph, right? didn't get up a ton of looks tonight. Only 9 attempts, and he didn't shoot incredibly poorly from the field. I mean, I know it was 2 for 6 from 3, but he did pass 4,000 threes on his career. The first player in NBA history ever to do that tonight. So that's great news as well, as we know that Steph's still playing at an elite level in this league. But, man, he did not have the most effective outing offensively tonight. And you know what? I'm happy about it. Because Golden State won by 26. They were hitting shots here. GP2 was hitting shots. We'll talk about him in a second. I mean, they were getting great looks. I'm cool. Like, if Steph's going to have this game and Golden State's still going to win by 30, sign me up every single time. Because you know there's wear and tear on him. He's going to turn 37 today. Happy birthday, Steph. If you can have games like this, you're going to beat anybody. You're going to beat anybody. If Golden State can shoot like this, when Steph's having a night like this where Sacramento's denying him the ball basically all night, running Keegan Murray, sticking him on him like glue all night long, yeah, I'll take that every single time. What's your number one takeaway from this game tonight? My number one takeaway is that, man, Golden State's got shot makers. I know maybe this is an anomaly. Maybe this is an anomaly of a game. Golden State has shot makers, and they have other guys. With Kuminga back in the lineup now, that this game feels very, very fluid and very open. The court feels very open with Jonathan Kuminga on the floor. Maybe not necessarily spaced, but as far as like ways that Golden State can attack teams offensively, they look awesome. I love it. What's your number one takeaway from this game where Steph didn't go that crazy? GP2, 3 threes, all in the first half, but who cares? Being available, chases down offensive rebounds. He had 3 threes, and then his other bucket was a chase down offensive rebound, and he puts the layup back up through contact. I have loved what I've seen from GP2, and I'm sorry that I put him in so many trade ideas way back when. He is an integral part to this Golden State team. I can't apologize enough for GP2 because he makes a major, major impact. Jimmy, 6, 5, 7. This is a Draymond stat line. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Draymond puts up this line. This is a Jimmy Butler stat line. 4 for 7 from 3, maybe not so much. But this is a Butler stat line. This is a Draymond stat line. Hey, you know what? He took 5 shots. Who cares? Steph and Jimmy combined for 17 points tonight, and the Warriors won by 26. Seems like everybody's getting into motion now. Seems like everybody's buying in. Seems like the star power and the championship level experience of Steph, Jimmy, obviously he's been in the finals twice. It's trickling down, and it's letting the other guys heat up and feel confidence when they shoot jumpers. It was a sight to see tonight, no doubt about it. And I got to give props to Buddy. Got to give him props. He hit his shots tonight, 4 for 6 from deep. He missed the first one, took the second one, same spot, different result, knocked it down, and he was very consistent throughout the night. 5 dimes for Buddy tonight. That's awesome. And he was getting out in transition, hitting layups. Like, love what I've seen so far. Over the last couple of games from Buddy, just hit your jumpers, man. I know he's not a great defender. We all know this, but he just do your job. Know your role, and keep knocking down triples, man. Looney, 6.6 boards. If I get this from Kevon Looney every single game, I'm a happy, happy, happy man. Great. It was great around the rim tonight. Great interior defense, as well as Quentin Post interior defensively. I thought it was awesome tonight, defending Valanciunas, defending drivers of the basketball. Even on fast breaks, QP was awesome defensively tonight, as was Looney. Loved him around the rim. My guy, my Gee, Santos. How are we doing, brother? He was great tonight too, man. Continues to give you a ton of effort offensively. And you know what? When he has, continues to give you a ton of effort on the defensive end as well. And that effort and that 110% motor don't stop attitude trickles down to him having nights like this, 100% from the field, 4 for 4. Being available on cuts. Hitting your open threes when they're given to you. I want to see Gee Santos remain in this lineup more and more, even with the reintegration of Kuminga. Even when Podziemski comes back. I want Gee Santos to be playing meaningful minutes for this Golden State Warriors basketball team because there's a lot of lineups where he has a lot of success. That'll do it for today's edition of Warriors Today by Chat Sports. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel as we are on our way to 78,000 subscribers on the long road to 100K. We're trying to get there by the end of the Golden State Warriors season. Hopefully they do it for a long time in the postseason. They play on Saturday against the New York Knicks. We will be live for that game right here on the channel. So if you want a free Warriors watch party to hang out with a bunch of Dubs fans in Dub Nation, go hit that subscribe button right now. Lock us in as your #1 spot for Warriors content on YouTube. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, let's go Dubs.